Hello, Snow West. Today is Thursday, August 14th. I'm Graybeard, your pirate guide, and today we are going to go run the Lionhead Trail and take a shot at doing the Horse Butte Trail. Right now, we are in the Buttermilk Trail Head. We'll walk up here just a little bit here, swing around so you guys can see that back sign. There we go. Buttermilk Trail Head, inside the forest. We are just off of Highway 20. Probably 100 feet, 200 feet maybe. And 6 miles, 7 miles, something like that, outside of West Yellowstone, Montana. If you've been watching the series, and you remember video number 3, we came down that trail about a week ago, made it to the Buttermilk Trailhead sign, realized where I was, drove out to Highway 20, looked across the street, saw a new trail, completely forgot the fact that I was here to look for Lionhead Trail, turned around, went back up Buttermilk, and rode up the top of Two Tops. And somewhere along that trail, I realized that I was staring at the Lionhead Trail, shook my head, and wondered if I'd lost my brain. So we drove back today. I'm in the parking lot, and then we're going to head out over to Highway 20, cross over, and begin the Lionhead Trail. It is another striking, gorgeous day, as you can see, as I pan around. It's absolutely just drop dead beautiful up here. It's supposed to be 80, 81 degrees today. I mean, all things considered, it couldn't get a whole lot better. It is just beautiful. I mean, I'm just having a wonderful time. Got up this morning, it was raining in Rigby, and drove up here to Montana and blew a tire out on the highway. Some of you may have followed along in the live post that I put on our Facebook page, and went over a rock, and the rock tore the tire, and I had a flat tire, and the guys at Les Schwab Tires in it wasn't Ashton, it was Sugar City, Idaho, came to my rescue, man, got me a new tire and got me right back on the road. And kudos to them. I've been a Les Schwab customer for years. And the reason I pay the price is because of the service. The guys, every single time I've needed help, Les Schwab is coming to my rescue. So kudos to Les Schwab. You guys do a fabulous job. I'm going to pop my helmet on. We're going to get on this trail and get started. We're going to have a little fun today. We are ready to take off on today's adventure. I'm going to swing around here. We are inside the Buttermilk parking lot, which is super easy to get to if you're coming down on Highway 20, headed towards West Yellowstone. I'm just making a big U-turn here. Make sure everybody can see where we are. And again, the Buttermilk Trail Head. And we'll head right out to Highway 20 here. Okay, so this is Highway 20. If you've ever come to West Yellowstone, it should be pretty darn familiar. There's the KOA campground. We're going to zip across here. And we will... Okay, so what do we got? Okay, so there is a little bit of confusion. I'm not certain whether or not that road is actually a private road or the property on the left and the property on the right is private. But I'm pretty sure if we go to the right to West Fork Denny Creek Road, this will take us up and it will lead us to one of the two sides of the Lionhead Trail. So we're going to go ahead and go this way. If it is what I think it is, we're going to end up coming right back down that road. But I'm not 100% certain, so I'm going to err on the side of caution, and we will go this way. And you know, I try to always make these videos an adventure. I don't map these courses out. I don't do a ton of research because I want to come up here and be surprised. That is part of the intent. I want to have fun. I want you to experience the same level of surprise and discovery that you're going to have when you come, if I come. You know, could I come up early in advance and run these trails? Absolutely I could. But I think that's less fun, less enjoyable. I'll save that for the winter time. Am I an expert on the winter trails? Yeah, I know my way around the snow side very, very well. But the summer trails are completely new to me. Hopefully they're completely new to you. And together we'll both have a bit of an adventure. We've gone past a couple of campgrounds and a pile of RVs, but the road seems to be getting a little bit more rustic, less camper and RV friendly, which is just fine by me. All right, major intersection on the right is Upper Cherry Creek Trail 492. The camera may not be able to see it, but there's a little sign right there. So I'm going to take the left option here. Unmarked, but I think we're going in the generally right direction. We're out for an adventure today. It's okay if we get lost, I don't really mind. As always, you're in a pretty people-friendly environment up here. You're bounded on all four sides, so you're not really going to be deep into the wilderness where you're not going to find anybody for days or weeks on end. I don't think that's very likely, so I'm willing to take a little more risk of being lost. Part of the adventure, I suppose. Fun trail. May or may not be where we want to go. We'll see as the day goes along. Not all trails are super well labeled, and that's just fine. Well, haven't seen any trail markers whatsoever. I still can't say for sure where we're at, but dang, it is gorgeous. It has been an absolutely beautiful ride so far. All right, maybe we'll have a good trail marker now. Oh, what's this? Hang on. Lionhead Trail number 217. Okay, well, we found what we were looking for. Not exactly the direction I wanted, but hey, we'll go down that trail next in just a second. That's Lionhead. Definitely turned around a little bit, but that's okay. Let's go over and take a look at that marker post first. Okay, so we were on the right trail the whole time. Okay, so now the real adventure begins. We can definitely go down this road for a while, but I do believe this road gates off and eventually is closed. To the right is the actual 4x4 ATV trail. That's what we came up here to ride. I think that trail will loop around and intersect on this trail again, maybe where the gate is, where it's closed. We're gonna go find out, but well, let's put her in drive, and this is where the fun part of the day's trip actually begins. We are 5.2 miles into today's adventure, just if you're looking for a checkpoint. Lionhead Trail number 217 and Basin Trailhead as well. So we're going up here and I'm looking for a left-hand turn. I think the trail map that I looked at indicated that there's 3 different directions that this thing goes off in. One left, one right, and one straight. So we got a 50-inch gate, which is pretty normal out here, it seems. Oh man, It is so, so pretty. Gosh. I know, I wish I could offer you guys smell-o-vision. I could bottle this and let you take a deep, long whiff of what it smells like out here. Because it is just heavenly. I am super curious to see where this goes. I know I toss around the term like beautiful, lovely, gorgeous, and I know I need some more adjectives, but I'm not sure what other words there are, you know? Is this beautiful? Yep, sure is. Is it spectacular? Gosh, you guys tell me, what do you think? This is pretty drop-dead gorgeous to me. Fun trail. You know, so far, okay, that's the left-hand turn, and that's the one that we're looking for. So that was the little intersection that I saw in the, oh my gosh, look at that. Holy cow. Wow. Well, it doesn't look like this goes anywhere. Is this just a turnaround, or? Well, that's not what I thought I saw on the map. There's just a scenic overlook. Okay. Well, I'm good with this for a second. Man, stunning. Just stunning. All right, let's see if we can I'm continually turned around on this trail. It's not going at all where I think it's going to be heading, but you know, I did take a look at the map at that big signpost just to be sure. Sign here tells us Scenic Overlook. Yep, 7,840 feet. Okay, well, that was the overlook, folks. I thought that was another trail. Maybe I read the map wrong. Certainly worth going over and looking at, though. Those of you that are watching this video are going to have a huge advantage over me, because you'll be able to see that digital GPS moving map that I generate. I'll try to embed that at the very beginning of the video sequence so that you have a really clear idea of where I'm going. But for me, I don't know. I've seen this trail on the map, and it does not look like it's going where I think it should be going. But hey, you know, that is definitely part of the adventure. I wonder what this would be like in the wintertime on a sled. It's gotta be an exciting trail. I wonder if anybody rides this in the wintertime. Of the trail, it gets a lot of summertime use. Though I have seen nobody up here today. I haven't seen a single dirt bike, not an ATV, not a quad, not a side-by-side, nobody. We're still in the summer tourist season, and the place is deserted. I'm not complaining, but I am surprised. Right now, I'm thinking this is the nicest trail, looks-wise, fun-wise, that we've been on so far of the 4 trails. This is just, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. think you've got this kind of timber and this much lush vegetation at nearly 8,000 feet. All right, we're coming to an intersection. Oh goodness, where are we? Okay, Lionhead Trailhead, Basin Trailhead, Contour Road, Lionhead Trail. Huh. Well, I'm going to go to the right. Maybe the other sign shows me where that is. Upper Cherry Creek Trail is to the right. Okay. I know exactly where we are now. I wondered if this was going to intersect. Okay, so you remember on the way up, we came to a Y and I stopped and I got out and looked and the sign said Upper Cherry Creek. And this is what is just beyond that sign. So we're going to whip up here and we'll end up back on Lionhead Road, I think. And then we'll blaze right back up to where we were and just keep going, I think. Let's see if I'm right, if I'm guessing wrong. You see a big old gate coming up. Hopefully there's an ATV bypass. Yep, 50-inch gate. And a pair of gloves. Okay. I'm thinking that, yep, there it is right there. Okay, so that was a really nice loop. And this is where we were, maybe half an hour ago, right at this intersection. So I'm going to turn, we're going to go right back up to where we were. This will take us to the start of the ATV trail where the big sign was, and then we'll just push on. Okay, so we've looped all the way back around. And I wanted to go down this road, so it looks like we're going to get to go down this road after all. And we're back on the Lionhead Trail Road. It sure doesn't bear any resemblance at all, though. The Lionhead Road I think of when I go snowmobiling in the wintertime, but nonetheless, the sign says we're on Lionhead Trail, so we're going to keep right on exploring and see where this goes. We got some big old thunderclouds coming in. Yeah, weather forecast is calling for 0% chance of 0.00 inches of rain, but I wonder, you're up in the mountains and things change up here. Alright, what do we got here now? There's another trail. Lionhead Trail 217. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here for just a second. So it turns out we were right. You know, maybe I ought to make a comment about that because it may seem like these adventures are a little haphazard, and that's not my intent at all. I look at the map, I have a general sense of where I'm at, but I try really hard not to plan this thing out in great detail. I want it to be fun, and frankly, you only get to do something for the first time once in your life. And I found the best way to convey that sense of adventure to you guys, the sense of discovery that I get from coming out here and doing this the first time, is to actually legitimately do it the very first time and to bring you along. So when you hear me talk, it's like, I wonder if I should turn left or I wonder if I should turn right. That's 100% authentic. I know where I am. I know where my boundaries are, north, east, south, and west. But I may not know exactly where I am on the trail, and I don't want to know. I've got the maps, I've got my GPS, I've got all the extra details. If I was to actually get lost, it'd be very easy to establish where I am. But I want that sense of adventure. I want to come out here and have some fun, enjoy the bugs. And bring you guys along with me, just so you know what's going on. All right, we're going to put this baby in four-wheel drive, go hit the ATV section, and let's see if we can find our way over to Lionhead. Okay, so I think this is the trail that I was looking for to begin with, and I just got the two confused. I'm reasonably confident now that I finally know where I am. Oh goodness. Yeah, now we're heading in the right direction. Heading towards the right big landmarks. Oh my, I love it. Lost in the woods, baby. And I've got you along with me to keep me company. What more could a pirate ask for? What a great way to spend a Thursday. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I'm a sucker for Alpine Meadows, if you haven't figured that out yet. Goodness. There's something we haven't seen much of this year, water crossings. Doesn't look like anybody's been down here in a while. There's no tracks in the bottom of that mud. Oh. Put that in four-wheel drive. Put you in low. I love this ATV. She's a beast, man. What a great machine. Back into two-wheel drive high, and we're back on our way. This is fun. This is such a nice trail. Gosh. Lots of great switchbacks. Yeah, there's a pile of switchbacks. Goodness. This has got to be an exciting trail when it's wet. I wonder if this even exists when there's snow on it. Gotta find some folks that ride over here more often. You can tell me what it's like in the wintertime in this little section. Oh my gosh, just look at that. Such a ride. Dang, man. So there's a whole herd of mountain sheep up here apparently. That'll be exciting to go see. Trail just gets more and more progressively exciting. Look at the vistas. Well, quite a few of you are probably familiar with this area in the wintertime. These open meadows are definitely places you can come ride. Very curious to see what everybody thinks of this video today. Most of this is new territory to me. I seldom come to this part of Lionhead. Seldom as in, like, never. I don't think I've ever been up on this little plateau here at all. I tend to stick down where the old ski resort was. Alright, what do we got? Ski Hill Trail number 114, Targhee Pass, and Lionhead Trail 217. Alright. Oh. Wow. So strikingly different in the summertime than in the wintertime. There's a little rock fall for you. I wonder if this trail will get us up that little plateau there. That'd be pretty cool if it does. Guess we're going to find out in just a moment or two. Looks like it goes a different direction. Oh my gosh. Oh, new vista. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Drink it in, guys. How freaking beautiful is that? Wow. Every time I come around a corner, there's another stunning vista. Look at this valley. Oh my goodness. Just so gorgeous. All right, here we go. Gonna come over the rise. There's gonna be another amazing vista. Oh, jeez. God. Oh, yes. Just breathtaking. Look at that. I know this is an area a lot of you guys ride. I have never ridden this face. I stay off of that. I ride on that ridge line and behind the ridge line in the back. This can be treacherous. Super exciting, make no mistake about it. But when this breaks in the wintertime, that is just not a friendly place to be. Bad things happen in a real big hurry. But wow, what a view. What a view, my gosh. I can just leave the camera on and shoot an hour of video up on this trail. It just does not get boring at all. Still slowly making our way down a whole series of switchbacks, just like the ones we went up, and now all coming down. These are all dirt rather than rock. We're getting lower and lower on that face there. I admit, I get so caught up in riding that I sometimes forget to turn the video camera on. Make sure I have some content to share with you guys. I'm just sitting here with my jaw open. It's so beautiful. It's such a nice trail, and the scenery is so captivating. I hope the little camera does justice. Gives you a good sense of just how magnificent that is. magnificent. There's a lot of that out here in West Yellowstone. Well, looks like we're going back uphill again. Guess that this is just pure side hill, and you may or may not see the trail once there's 5 feet, 7 feet, 10 feet of snow on it. Get a load of that. Pretty sure that's the original road we came up a couple hours ago. Gosh. I'm having such a good time, I'll be really honest. This is just my most favorite trail so far this summer. Little bird. There's a partridge maybe? Yeah, if you're thinking about coming up here, you're going to enjoy this trail. I don't think there's any ands, ifs, or buts about it. I'm pretty sure this is going to go right to the top of the list for anybody coming out on a narrow side-by-side or an ATV. Oh my gosh. Well, I think this is coming near an end. At some point I know this feeds itself back in to the Lionhead Trail proper. Yep, there we go. So this must be the other end of it. Oh goodness. Alright, let me come down here and turn around. Let's see, where are we? Okay, Ski Hill Trail number 114 and Lionhead Trail. So we just went down Lionhead Trail 217, and I want to go down Ski Hill Trail now. Okay, so we're on Ski Hill Trail, which I think is the main snowmobile trail. I think this is the groom trail all winter long. I think it's closed. Well, that's unpleasant. Oh, what a shame. All right, closed. No motorcycles, no ATVs, no Jeeps. Walk, hoof, and bicycle only. Dang it. Now that's gonna take us to where I really wanted to go. Once again, we're running into that problem. It looks like they used to have a width restriction gate there, but for some reason that I don't know, the Forest Service had to close another perfectly good trail. Gosh, I get tired of this. That OHV trail we were on was so freaking great. I was hoping this one would just loop us right around to where we wanted to go, and doggone it. Well, I guess we're going to turn around and we'll take this one down. And we'll see if my first guess that this loops us all the way back around to where we started is correct or not. Either way, been a fantastic day's ride. I would come back up here and do this trail again in a heartbeat. This was a great, great ride. All right, so Ski Hill Trail Road. Just tooling along what I think is the Ski Hill Road. We came to a fork in the road. There was no indication left or right, which is which, so I just took the right-hand turn. And, have been taking the path less traveled. It certainly is beautiful. Haven't seen any landmarks that I recognize from midwinter, but that really doesn't mean a whole lot. Yep. All right, let's go. We'll take the frontage road. Our parking area is up ahead and to the right, but I think we're a mile or two off, maybe. I don't know. I think this goes all the way, but I'm not certain. It may run right into somebody's private property. I'm not on private property. I don't think so, but this is an old state highway. Yeah, we're probably legal. I'm hoping that this goes right back down to the original Y intersection at the very beginning of the day, where it had all the private property signs, but I was highly suspicious that the road wasn't private. It was just the land on both sides of the road that was private. And we're going to find out. And sure enough, that's exactly what it turned out to be. That is the back side of the gate where we started our morning out at. And I'm thinking the road is probably public and the land on both sides is probably private. And I'm a big advocate of private property. I really don't want to go on somebody else's property if I can possibly avoid it. All right, and that's the entrance back into Buttermilk, where the car and the trailer are parked, and we're just about done with today's adventure. There we go. So we got a little more company at the end of the day. A day. All right. Well, we finished today's ride, and I'm back at the parking lot in Buttermilk, Lower Buttermilk Trail, I think is where it is. What a freaking great ride! So this was my fourth significant ride on the ATV, and hands down, I mean, like beyond any shadow of a doubt, this was the most fun trail I've been on so far. The Lionhead OHV trail is a segmented trail, so it's multiple sections of trail up there. It's not just one continuous trail. And while the direction you'll see that I went in the video was incredibly fun, if I was going to go back and do it again from the beginning, I would run it differently. I would probably go up and turn on the Cherry Creek Trail and then start the OHV portion at the Cherry Creek Trail, take it all the way up where it intersects back with the Lionhead Trail Road, cross over, and then back onto the OHV Trail all the way around Lionhead, and then back out to the Lionhead Trail Road one more time. I think they call it Ski Hill Road at that point. I was disappointed to find that there's, another big gate and another major closed section. You can't get to the ski hill in the summertime. I was hoping we could. I'd seen the map. The map suggested it was closed, but I wasn't completely certain because I haven't been up there in the summertime. But as far as the trail goes, oh man, what a gorgeous, gorgeous trail. It is so much fun. It was such a pleasant ride. Incredible vistas. Holy cow, it was just spectacularly beautiful. Open valleys and meadows and climbs and switchbacks and water and rock and dirt and just all manner of different things. It was an absolutely fabulous ride. By far, hands down, the most fun ATV ride I've been on so far. I will come back without any hesitation again and go run this trail. I'll do it in reverse because I suspect it'll be an entirely new trail if we go back and do it in reverse. Total time up here was about 3 hours. You know, probably would have taken more if I had a friend with me, if I'd stopped. I wanted to put the drone up, but again, there's a lot of wind. Every time I stopped and looked, you know, there was enough wind that I get nervous. When you're that close to the mountains, especially on the slopes, and I wanted to take the drone and run it up the slope there when we got close to Lionhead, the downslope winds get crazy. And I just, all summer long, we've had 20 plus mile an hour winds. And when you get on the mountain, that 20 turns into 40 and 50. And I apologize, guys. I know the drone gets such incredibly beautiful shots, but I'm just not willing to take a chance of losing a $1,500, $2,000 drone right now when it's so hard to get replacement drones. There's some really crazy politics going on in the drone market right now between China and America, and that has a big impact on my decision whether or not to launch it. That being said, I strongly encourage you to come out and ride this trail. This is a great trail. I would love to see if any portion of that is rideable in the wintertime, and I don't know that it is. It looks like a good chunk of it would be completely buried or obscured in the winter. If you guys have been on that OHV portion in the wintertime, please leave a comment. Let me know. I'm genuinely curious to know if that's rideable in the winter or not. As far as ATV goes, man, what a freaking kick. What fun it was to get up to that face there on Lionhead where so many people ride in the wintertime. As I mentioned in the live video, that is not a place that I go. I stay away from that. We've had a lot of deaths over the years in that area. When the snow breaks and you get a big avalanche, it tends to be ugly. So I tend to stay above that ridgeline or on the backside where the old ski resort was. And that's just me being cautious. You know, I get it. I'll come up and take pictures of other people riding there. It's just not a place that I'm willing to go ride. But as far as beauty and scenic vistas and overlooks and sweeping, you know, amazing views, oh my gosh, was it gorgeous today, guys. I would love to come back up here and go for a ride when there's a little bit of rain. You know, maybe a light mist or a light drizzle. I think it would be wildly different to experience with a little bit of weather. I can also only imagine what it would be like to come up here at night. It's got to be a very, very different experience to go up that trail and all those switchbacks in the nighttime. All in all, I give this one 2 big thumbs up, man. This is great. I will come back and ride this trail again without any hesitation at all. I enjoyed it that much. I look forward to doing it a second time. So I'm Christopher. I'm the Pirate Guide for Island Park in West Yellowstone, out there on a season of adventure, riding a trail that I've never been on for the very first time and having an absolutely blast. Thanks for coming along for the adventure, guys. I will post maps and details and satellite photos and, you know, the live digital view of where I went. I'll give you all that goodies so you can come out here and enjoy it just as much as I did. We'll see you guys online. Bye-bye.